Hampton National Historic Site came into the National Park Service in 1948. And it's a very unusual national park because it deals with so many American stories. It really personifies the American experience. This one story is the story of architecture. Another story is the story of the Ridgely family who lived here for 5 generations. But you also have stories of the Civil War, indentured servants, the enslaved, the industrialization of America. So really it is the story of America.
The National Writing Project was given a grant to partner with the National Park Service. They offered all of their 200 sites a piece of this grant, which they called a mini grant. We were lucky enough to receive one of those grants, and so we worked with the National Park Service at Hampton Mansion to create a week-long writing workshop in which we could, the Maryland Writing Project could set out basic writing instruction guides to use in developing an assignment that would use Hampton Mansion as a primary source for the writing.
Having teachers participate in programs like this is really important for the National Park Service because most park rangers, including myself, do not write classroom curriculum on a day-to-day basis. We don't write lesson plans. But one thing we have an incredible amount of content knowledge for our specific sites. And so by bringing the teachers in, we can say, hey, why don't you use this site to teach this concept? And it's also all about place-based learning, and that's really meaningful for the students. It means one thing when it comes purely from a textbook, but if you can bring the textbook to an actual site where it happened, it's even better. And then the teachers bring their level of expertise in. They can say, well, we can write, say, a lesson plan that's very flexible, so that not only can we use it as teachers, but other teachers, you can put that on your website and other teachers can take it and adapt it because every teacher teaches something their own special way. And that's what makes the National Writing Project in engaging these teachers here at Hampton so meaningful.
The National Writing Project's big function in the summer has always been a summer institute for teachers. This is another way of having a summer institute in a different, with a different focus and in a different location. And it's exciting that it could just spark other ideas for different ways to have writing institutes.
I really do feel like this is an opportunity for me to expand my skills. Coming from a historical content background, writing is really important, and I hadn't had a lot of prior teaching for myself in writing, so this program is giving me the opportunity to become a better teacher.
I'm in this program because I wanted to learn a little bit more about local histories that I could teach at my school, and I'm hoping that I learn enough about the resources that are available at the Hampton House to be able to effectively integrate that, and also to learn from the staff and my peers.
For the Maryland Writing Project, our mission is to help teachers learn how to teach writing. So we welcome any opportunity to be able to practice that. For the National Park Service, it is a means of getting people into the parks and having them enjoy a meaningful visit.
To see something so beautiful still here and preserved, if a teacher was to come and see it, they'll more than likely bring their students, and then their students will talk about it, which will more than likely help their parents bring them or their cousins, and more people can see nice things and more things their city has to offer. This is something really big about our past, and it helps us understand why or how some of us presently live.
Our Northeast Regional Headquarters engaged us in the National Writing Project, but Leslie and Vicki were the ones that were able to actually connect the dots, put the nuts and bolts together, and say, hey, this is what we're going to offer to these teachers as a meaningful, curriculum for professional development. And then we took the ball again and engaged the teachers. We threw the network out there through contacts in the educational field that we knew. So it was a really great partnership that just came together so beautifully.
I was sitting and talking with a colleague earlier, and we were discussing that this is going to give us more outside resources, outside connections, versus just using a textbook in the classroom or just using reading materials. They can actually come here and get involved, and I think that will help make my classroom more engaging.
For students, having experiential learning where they're in a different environment, really getting to have an actual experience as opposed to simply reading and writing and listening a lot, is beneficial, and I think the same holds true for teachers.
By coming to the park, what we wanted was something that would be place-based, something that would bring youth, young people, especially urban youth, to Hampton National Historic Site for a meaningful experience.
I'm excited to bring my students here. I really think that it'll be beneficial to them and will help to make them better writers. So I can't wait to bring this back to the classroom in August.
I'm excited for the students coming, and I'm really, I think, going to enjoy being able to make a field trip with kids and introduce them to some of the stuff in here, because I think it's really important and interesting local history.
So this program has been eye-opening, mostly with the tours, because as we go outside and we're out here and it's nice and sunny, you're looking at these things, and this is the same time that slaves would be working, and you get to see how their daily lives would go, and most of us have never seen it before.